What up, everybody? It's your boy Mac over here again on Positivity Central. This video topic is going to be about how to overcome anxiety, worry, and any other negative emotion for that matter. And I can say that with confidence because I have figured out the key to not dwelling in those negative emotions. Alright? Now, what I have discovered is this is going to take some time. It is going to take repetition. It's going to take consistency. But any great thing in life, that's what is taken, that is what is required anyway. You know what I mean? So with anything that's great or worth having, it takes time, consistency, patience, all those great things. So let's go ahead and dive off into this topic of how I figured out how to overcome anxiety, worry, and any other negative emotion. All right? So with that being said, what is that way? What is the way that I have discovered? All right? And here's what it is. When you have an emotion, you have a feeling, right? You are going to be overtaken by that emotion usually, right? Hold on, let me sit up, you guys, so I can talk to y'all a little better. You feel me? All right. But yeah, as I was saying, when you have an emotion, normally that overtakes you, right? Agreed. So if you are overtaken by an emotion, that means you can't think or have any other emotion at that same time, right? Like, let's say everything has a duality to it. Let's say love and hate, or courage and fear, or so many other emotions, that we have out here. So if that is the case, and you can't feel two emotions at the exact same time, how would you go about handling that? So if you just paid attention to what I just said, you can't have two emotions at the same time, at least not on the opposite side. Now, you can have emotions that work together, such as, let's say you are worried and you have fear and you're scared all at the same time. Yes, because those are the exact same thing on the same side of the pole. But also at the same time, you can feel courage, faith, abundance on the exact opposite side, right? So if that is the case, you want to stay on one side of the spectrum or the other, right? So in order to do that, you need to dwell on either one side or the other. If you can't trigger, I'm going to say the word trigger because that gets a lot of people nowadays, the word trigger. If you can trigger an emotion in you, such as, let's say you stay on this side of the fence, you say you constantly triggering fear or anxiety or worry or any of those negative emotions because you're constantly thinking on those things that bring those kind of emotions up, well, there's your problem. There you see the issue. Now you're saying probably in your head, okay, you telling me all this, but what's the solution? How am I going to fix this? All right? And that basically is do the opposite. As I just told you, you can only dwell on one side of the emotion spectrum or the other. So if you're always constantly dwelling in the negative side, try dwelling in the positive side for once. After all, this channel is called Positivity Central. So therefore, if you're constantly dwelling in positivity, you can't feel another emotion with like negativity and positivity at the exact same time. If that makes sense, you guys. So if that is the case, think of all the emotions that are on the positive spectrum. You have courage, you have faith, you have abundance, you have positivity, you have love. If you have all those emotions on the positive side, how can you find time to dwell on the negative side of the spectrum? Do you see what I mean? You can't dwell on both sides of the pole at the exact same time. You have to choose where you're going to go. So my message is that the way I figured it all out is just try to dwell in the positive side, such as love or faith or courage, whatever it is to get your emotional buttons going. Dwell in that positive side of the spectrum. Because for me, it's love. Because I think of love a lot. Like I dream about it, I dream of that dream woman I love, unconditionally. And then if you're a religious person like I am, you could say the love that Jesus has for you, which however way you want to think about it. But the main thing is that you learn how to dwell in that emotion, dwell in that emotional state to where you won't feel the other side of the spectrum. So if you want to feel positivity all the time, dwell in that. Think about that. Don't think about anything that could bring you negativity or a bad response in you. Make sense? So that is my message, you guys, for this video. Make sure that you are dwelling on the positive side of the spectrum at all times, whether that be dwelling in positivity itself, positive thoughts, whether it be you focused on loving people versus hating them, or whether you focus on just being a good person, whichever way floats your boat in the positive side. All right? That's what you need to do to overcome all the negativity, emotional dramas that you have going on in your life. And something else too that I've discovered through my own journey, that if you constantly mistrust people, or you hate people, or you have any type of negative emotions as far as other people go, you can't dwell on the positive side of things. Like, for example, let's say a woman, I hate to use this example, but it drives the point home. If a woman has been raped, more than likely she's going to have a mistrust around men if men are the one who raped her, right? She's going to have her guard up around any men she's around, right? So if that's the case, now she may feel even a hatred towards men, or any other type of negative emotion around men. Fear could be another one. So as long as she holds on to that event that happened to her, she will never truly get to be at peace within herself, because she's going to constantly dwell on the negative side of the spectrum of what she experienced. As with I have suffered some, now I've never went through that specific thing, but I have experienced some negative events in my life. And so I have come to realize, through lack of mistrust of others and, just not positive emotions, I'm not going to say you exactly how I felt, but a lack of not having positive emotions towards other people makes you have anxiety around people, makes you have worry, makes you have fear, make you have, a disregard or your guard up around other people, because you feel like, I've got slighted so many times by other people. How can I really trust to be around these kind of people? You know what I mean? But that same holding on to it and not letting it go is going to make it even worse for you. Everything compounds. If you think positive thoughts, you'll have positive emotions, you'll do positive things. However, at the same side of that spectrum, on the opposite side of the spectrum, if you focus on negativity, you focus on negative thoughts, negative things, you get more negativity in your life. So it's really about balance. How are you going to prove that way of how you want to feel about things? It all depends on you as the person. No one can know your true way of feeling and your mindset other than you yourself. So with that being said, you need to focus on, how am I feeling right now? Do I love this person, or am I dwelling in a negative emotion from a long ago? You have to really analyze yourself. Think about yourself. Think about how you feel every day. What is your emotions feeling like? After you do a really good analyzation of yourself, then you can start to say, okay, this is how I feel. Now let's change that. Let's go inside and fix the issue. And once you have done that, now you can take care of the core issue. All right? But I'm not going to make this video too long, you guys. I just want to speak on something that I have discovered, and I hope it can help somebody else, because we are all humans. We all have emotions. We all go through different things in our lives. So I feel like this video could really help someone else out on a journey that, let's say they may feel depression, anxiety, worry, fear, any other negative emotion. Just think of the opposite emotion and dwell in that. If you have depression, focus on joy, or try to have joyful experiences. If you have anxiety, which is just another form of fear, figure out what the fear is. What is the core root problem? What is it? What's the problem? And then dwell on the opposite side of the spectrum. If you have a mistrust of people, try to trust people. But unfortunately, people all go through events that makes it hard for them to do the very thing that they need to be doing, which I understand. I've been there. I get it. But you have to do what's good for you in the long run. You can't dwell in a negative emotion if it's only going to hurt you more and bring you down more, because the law of correspondence is going to work in your not in your favor. It's going to be, okay, since he's dwelling on negativity, he's going to get more negativity. But no one really teaches you or tells you that until it's too late. But I'm here to tell you guys, dwell on the positive side, even if it doesn't look so positive right now. That's hard to do, and I understand, but your reward will be at the end of it all. All right? But that's it for this video, you guys. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you gain something from this video, because this one came from the heart, for real. Because I know what it's like to go through emotional trauma and things of that nature. And I hope this video finds whoever needs it, because I know a lot of people, a lot of us humans go through certain things. You know, the major emotion right now is fear all throughout the world because of this coronavirus we have going on. And I hope that everyone can find some positivity, some light in their situations. All right, but that's it for this video, you guys. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment down below in this, and make sure you check out the description, because I try to have my PayPal down in there. I have fitness course information down in there, other things down in the description as well. I want you guys to go check it out. Also, don't forget to subscribe. I can't even talk. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new, and don't forget to share this video to anyone that may need to see this information. All right, you guys. I love you all. Y'all take care. Hope y'all have much blessings in your life. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.